Church, 8282 I-10 Service Road in New Orleans East. Get off at the Crowder exit, and you will see Franklin Avenue Baptist Church right there. If you want to find out about the Bayou Phoenix project, then there's an easy way for you to get some information, and that is by going to BayouPhoenix.com. BayouPhoenix.com. Now, if you're anything like me, you might get mixed up a little bit with the spelling of the word Phoenix. That would be Phoenix. So go to BayouPhoenix.com so you can get information about the project, get details on the project. As a matter of fact, there are a couple of videos that you can check out on the website. You can look at the video of the initial demolition on press day, and the demolition is ongoing. Also, there's a video about the conceptual master plan and presentation that you can see. I really, really urge you to take a look at the video. Some pretty cool stuff. To take a look at the vision. You can find out about the Bayou Phoenix team that's putting this all together. Henry Consulting, TKTMJ. These are both New Orleans-based organizations. And so you can find out about the work that they're doing. And you can also find out if you want to follow Bayou Phoenix on social media, you can do that as well. So you can follow Bayou Phoenix on Facebook. You can follow at Bayou Phoenix 504 on X and Instagram. And you can also follow at Bayou Phoenix NOLA on YouTube. So again, you can check them out on social media, Facebook, X, and Instagram and YouTube. Follow along, find out what's going on. Now, this afternoon, we are very, very proud to stream live from Franklin Avenue Baptist Church. And so come on by. And if you don't do anything else, come say hello to me. All right. If that's all it takes, then you can do that. I know I'm a draw. I know I'm a draw. I know it. Okay. All right, I feel better about myself, Nyron. I think I have pumped myself up enough to believe it. Nyron is hanging out. He is the producer on site, and Justin, who is our fearless leader, WBOK general manager. This man gets his hands dirty. I tell you, he gets right in there with us. He sets up, and he helps us out with this. Now, we are streaming live as always at WBOK at WBOK1230.com. Also, streaming live on Facebook. So I know the Facebook family is going to be hanging out with us this afternoon. And YouTube, you can hang out with us there as well. As a matter of fact, hello, Her Gumbo on YouTube. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for the wave. Really appreciate you there. Also on Twitch and the Play Ode app. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about what's happening at WBOK 1230 AM, and make sure that they can listen live, especially if they are from outside of New Orleans. They're New Orleanians, and they are curious about the work that's happening with Bayou Phoenix. Then tell them they need to tune in right now. No delay. No delay whatsoever. Tune in right now, WBOK1230.com. Make sure that they hang out with us also on Facebook at WBOK 1230 AM. They can hang out with us at WBOK Media on YouTube as well. There's also Twitch, and there is also, the website. Or you can tune in the old-fashioned way with your radio dial here in New Orleans, 1230 AM. Big announcements are going to be coming up during this meeting. And so if you want to come take part and you want to be part of the announcement, or you want to hear the announcement in person, then come on by. 6 o'clock is when the public meeting is going to start. Again, this meeting is free and open to the public, 6 until 8 p.m., Franklin Avenue Baptist Church, 8282 I-10 Service Road. Get off at the Crowder exit and come meet us. Again, the meeting is going to be starting at 6 o'clock. So the Bayou Phoenix project is one that has a lot of really cool features. I'm going to tell you more about some of those features when we come back from the break. In the meantime, I'm Eddie Francis in for Gerard Stevens, on the reality check. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about. This afternoon, it is the Bayou Phoenix Community Information Meeting, 6 until 8 p.m. And you are welcome. The public is welcome to come to this meeting. Franklin Avenue Baptist Church, 8282 I 10 Service Road. get off at the Crowder exit, you will see the church right off the I-10. And so you can come check out the meeting and you can ask questions. Hopefully, you can also hear some great information. So if you want to catch up on information about the Bayou Phoenix project at the old Jazzland slash Six Flags site, you can go to BayouPhoenix.com. You can watch the initial demolition that happened there. There's also a video with the conceptual master plan and presentation. Pretty big development that we have going here because this is something that people have been waiting for years. I mean, those of us who were around for Hurricane Katrina, we remember having the old Six Flags site, the Jazzland site. We remember going to have some fun there. We remember all of the anticipation of having an amusement park back in New Orleans because those of us of a certain age remember Pontchartrain Beach from way back in the day. And so when we had this opportunity to again have an amusement park in New Orleans, when we had Jazzland slash Six Flags, there was just so much excitement about it. And of course, we remember what happened with Hurricane Katrina. And so to have this opportunity to have something again on this site is nothing short of exciting. As a matter of fact, if you are listening to us or if you're watching the live stream on YouTube or Facebook, tell us about your anticipation of this project. Tell us what you would like to see with this project. We would love to know what you think. Of course, you can come to the public meeting and you can share memories with people. But I think also it's even more important to dream, to dream about what this is going to look like. We've had so many hits and misses in New Orleans when it comes to big projects. It is no secret to people that long time ago, we've heard the story a million times in New Orleans. And it is a story that is not going anywhere anytime soon. But once upon a time in New Orleans, we were supposed to have Disney World. And so the anticipation of having something new on those grounds in New Orleans East is really, really big for so many of us. And I can't wait. I think probably the most exciting thing about this project is that not only is it about the development of New Orleans East, but it's also about drawing folks from St. Tammany Parish, from Mississippi, to come over and have some fun with us. I think that is probably something that is really big. I mean, especially for yours truly, someone who is a slight Delian these days, to be able to just come across the lake and to have a good time with Bayou Phoenix, all of the things that this project promises. And if you want to take a look at what the project promises, again, you can go to BayouPhoenix.com, watch the initial demolition, the master plan, learn more about the team that is behind this. And of course, you can follow Bayou Phoenix on social media: Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. You can follow them on YouTube at Bayou Phoenix NOLA. Follow them on X and Instagram at Bayou Phoenix 504 and Bayou Phoenix on Facebook. And as you are checking out this live stream this afternoon, again, if you start to really think about what it is that you would like to see, what you dream about, the kind of New Orleans that you dream about with the Bayou Phoenix project, then I think that is great. I think that's something that we really, really want to be able to do. You know, this is a development that features an indoor outdoor water park, a sports complex, two hotels with 400 rooms is what we're expecting, an 18-acre lake, retail space, a movie production studio. Of course, this is all going to happen in phases. It's not all going to happen at one time. And so I think this is such a great opportunity to just envision what this project is going to look like. Right now, the demolition of the old Jazzland Six Flags site is in progress. And you can watch more of that progress on the Bayou Phoenix YouTube channel. Phase one of this project is expected to be completed by next year, 2027. And it's really interesting when you hear about these types of projects and when you expect these projects to be done. When you really start to think about these projects and when these projects are going to be done, and when you start to hear the years, I know when you hear it, you start thinking to yourself, that's such a long time from now. But here we are. We're in 2026. Phase one, they expect to be completed just next year, 2027. And so we are talking about 365 days or whatever is going to be, a little bit more, a little bit less, when people can expect to go out and to start having some fun on the old site again. Today's meeting, by the way, or tonight's meeting, I should say, which is from 6 to 8 p.m., it is open to the public. You can expect to hear new timelines announced. You can hear information about the costs. You can also expect to hear information about the amenities, and some other announcements about other folks who are going to be involved in this project. Some other things that you can check out at the Bayou Phoenix website. You can check out the demolition of the roller coaster at the old Six Flags site. And I know for some people you may be thinking to yourself, okay, do I really want to watch the demolition? Why not? The thing about watching a demolition is it is out with the old, in with the new. And for me, as a native New Orleanian, someone who's seen a lot of things come and go in our fair city, there are times I really enjoy watching Out with the Old, especially if the old doesn't look so good. I don't mind watching it go, but then bringing in something new, and that is city life. City life is about evolution, and so that's what we're talking about. And an appropriately named project, Bayou Phoenix, because being able to think about this rebirth of the area, is something that I personally find exciting. So the man himself just sat down. He just sat down to my right, Troy Henry
Hey,
himself.
what's up, Eddie? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, Troy. How's everything going with you?
We're good. We're good. We're good. We're just getting all set up
Yeah.
for tonight's event and announcements, and it's gonna be great.
How you feeling?
Oh, I
You
feel
nervous? You don't look
no,
nervous.
no, no, no. I'm
Of
excited
course you're not
because
nervous.
it's kind of like I'm Santa Claus on Christmas. I know what I know what everybody's gonna get. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's why I'm so excited. This one's getting the train set. This one's getting, you know. So it's cool. It's
All right.
really
Is it,
cool.
is it okay? Is it Santa Claus or Oprah? Is it gonna?
I think
You'll
I'll be
get a
more.
train set. You'll get a roller coaster. You'll
Yeah,
get a water park.
yeah, yeah,
Everybody gets
yeah,
a water
yeah,
park.
yeah, 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 yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah. That's true. It could be Oprah too. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So as you draw closer to the project, what is something that you just can't stop thinking about? You're like, oh man, I can't wait until we do this part.
Yeah, it's the impact
Hmm.
of what this transformative project is going to do for the region as well as Eastern New Orleans. The region, because New Orleans has a brand that is really an adult destination by and large,
Yeah.
nationally.
Yeah.
This will Bayou Phoenix will help change the brand
Hmm.
to being a family destination, with sports complex and a water park and hotels. And that's exciting.
Hmm.
But then from a New Orleans East standpoint, our property values haven't really kept up with
Yeah.
the rest of the city. My home in East New Orleans still hasn't achieved its pre-Katrina value.
Hmm.
So I believe that this project will allow people to get the full value of their properties and their investments they've made and really not regret sticking it out in New Orleans East for the last 20 years post Katrina.
Yeah, that to me is, I think that's probably one of the most intriguing things about this.
Yeah.
That you are a New Orleans East resident. I mean, because one thing that we've gotten used to in New Orleans in this post Katrina world is we've gotten used to we've gotten used to folks coming from outside
Yep.
and doing stuff,
Yep.
and we're going, okay, this looks nice, but can we trust it?
Yeah.
How gratifying is it for you as a native New Orleanian, but also someone living in the East?
Well, it's a double-edged sword because I mean, man, I see my neighbors every day.
Mhm.
My neighbors every day are asking me, "Hey man, how's our project coming?" Because it ain't my project;
It's
it's our
ours.
project. So there's a level of pressure there, but
Yeah.
it's gratifying to me because we have the ability to pull it off, and we
Mhm.
are pulling it off. And and because of that, it really is exciting. It
Mhm.
really is. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about what people are going to see tonight, but I'm more importantly excited when we're done and we've built this thing. It'll be something that I think every New Orleanian really be proud of.
What kinds of reactions have you been getting from the public so far?
Overwhelmingly positive. Everybody believes in the concept of what we're doing, why we're doing it. I mean, there were all kind of, I don't know if you remember, but there were all kind of proposals
Yeah.
for what to do with the site. I mean, Drew
Oh
Brees,
yeah.
my little boys like to say, well, Drew Brees wanted to build a fish farm.
Yeah.
and and people are excited about making a family destination in their backyard, kind of like what Jazzland was, really.
Yeah.
So, but this is going to be unique. The number of visitors that we will have here will exceed Jazzland
Mhm.
on an annualized basis. I was just talking to one of our major partners, and they already are saying, look, the numbers that they are projecting based upon their experience in other parts of the country, it's going to be huge.
Mhm. Talk about also, the draw, the potential draw from St. Tammany, from Mississippi. I mean, what kinds of conversations have you had about that?
A lot, because when we did the analysis, we sort of looked at a 6 hour, what we call a 6 hour donut
Mhm.
radius to
Mhm.
kind of see where we would pull from primarily. And we did some studies. We had our consultants go out and study and do the analysis, and they were just blown away with the numbers and the expected response. So the real thing is for us, the challenge is to make sure we execute.
Mhm.
And that's why we partnered with best in the industry,
Yeah.
because they execute everywhere that they go. And that's going to be a lot of fun though, because New Orleans already gets 20 million visitors.
Mhm.
We think we'll be able to move that number from 20 million to us. I won't tell you, you'll hear it tonight, but it'll be a significant set of movement of new people that would have never come to New Orleans
Mhm.
if we hadn't had Bayou Phoenix here, because of the draw of the sportsplex and the other amenities that will be.
Yeah. The thing to me that is probably most intriguing about the entire project, of course, we're talking about the draw, we're talking about the people who are coming in and out, but the most intriguing thing to me about the project is that it seems like it's this opportunity for New Orleanians to dream big,
Yeah,
and you want them to come on this journey with you.
yeah.
And I love the fact that your neighbors are asking, how's our project coming
Oh
along?" I
man,
mean, I
man.
think taking that kind of ownership that's a big deal.
Everywhere I go, people ask me all the time, and it just emboldens me to make sure that we press on and
Mhm.
we overcome challenges, because the rewards by far outweigh anything that we have to overcome.
Mhm.
So it's been neat. It's been neat, and you know you're going to be in for a treat tonight. The folks that listen or watch online, they're really going to be in for a treat, because they'll begin to see the vision that I see,
Mhm.
and they'll all of a sudden say, "Man, I just hope this thing is a reality," and it will be a reality. We're well on our way, and man, it's going to be transformative. That's the words I use to say. And the most important thing is, Eddie, is that it's the largest project in Eastern New Orleans in over 50 years.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's
Yes.
important.
Mhm.
It's very, very important to a lot of people. Some know it's important to them. Some don't even know it's important to them.
Mhm.
But it's important for New Orleans. We got a city now that more people are leaving than coming.
Yeah.
I believe after Bayou Phoenix is up, and the positivity that it represents, I think we'll have people now coming back to our community.
So let's shift gears to tonight. Shifting back to tonight. What kinds of people can the public expect to meet? Who can they expect to maybe ask a couple of questions of,
Yeah.
or shake hands with? Who can they expect to meet?
So the way we've structured this development is that our Bayou Phoenix team, we don't run anything because we don't know how to run any of these amenities. So what we did was we partnered with some of the leading companies in the nation. So our movie studio, we've already announced Elvin Ross.
Mhm.
Ross Studios will be our movie studio. Elvin's he's won, I think, Emmys and Grammys already.
Hmm.
He's one of Tyler Perry's right hand guys. So for him to come back home and build a studio, and not just a regular studio, he's going to tell you a little bit more about his studio. But it's a real big deal studio, and to do that, that's kind of neat. Then the other venues like the youth sports complex, and when they understand what we've got in store for them on the youth sports complex, it's just going to be, people will be like, oh my goodness, they will be like, oh my goodness. And then, we had the hotel and water park and family entertainment center and the Clearwater Beach Lagoon. And all of those venues, we had to figure out who best to run that. And we talked to different companies and who the best at this and the best at that. And so we settled on the best. And so they'll get a chance to meet those venues, the operator, the company that's going to run it, that's going to help design it. So they're going to be here from start to finish. The reason we haven't tried to engage any architects yet is because we want the guys that are going to be operating each of these venues to be the ones designing it for customer experience, for profitability, for expansion possibilities. So those guys, they do this for a living. They've been doing it for years and years. We would make a lot of mistakes if we did. So we brought on the best, and those experts are who they're going to learn and meet tonight in person.
So you might have people who are thinking, okay, if this is a New Orleans, excuse me, if this is a New Orleans project, everybody involved needs to be from New Orleans. And so, but I think also to your point about expanding the brand of the city and kind of shifting the brand a little bit, or let's say going through a brand evolution of the city, especially to be more family friendly.
Yes.
To me, and I'm somebody who is a business owner. To me, it does make sense, and it does help us to reach across state lines and to go out and find some people to work with, because I think what we want is, we want people from outside the state to say, you know what, we need to work more with those folks from New Orleans, and we need to,
Absolutely.
So I know for the people who want everything to be New Orleans, that's a temptation. But for you, being able to negotiate with folks from other states, I mean, that seems like a pretty important step.
It is, because we just don't have all of the expertise here. I mean,
Yeah.
how would we have an expert in water parks from New Orleans? We don't have a water park,
Yeah.
right? So it's important. The best is what's most important. But the best combined with a development team that is New Orleans. So we can make sure that they don't, pronounce, beignets, begnettes. We'll kind of keep the guardrails on our teammates to make sure that they have the New Orleans flair and flavor with it. And so it's a really healthy combination for a local development team, ourselves, Henry Consulting, and TKTMJ, our partners, to kind of come together to, and then now to bring in these outside experts from, and they run projects all over the country. And so we want best practices throughout this, because I believe our community deserves the best, and something that we can all be proud of, we can all support, we can all get behind it. And that's what we're endeavoring to do. And the other thing that I think, Eddie, that's important is that primarily a lot of these are going to be outside dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of the development projects I've seen, they're moving people from one part of town to another part of town, or they're building a new housing development to move people from one aspect to another. These are going to primarily be people who are, coming in here for sports tournaments or things, water parks that aren't from here. So we're getting outside dollars into our community, which I think is important.
And, we talked about that this morning with New Orleans and Company.
Yeah.
How New Orleans is this underrated destination for sports. We have a big volleyball tournament that just happened.
Correct.
We have the X Games coming. And
That's
so
correct.
just to add one more piece in there to draw more to New Orleans, I think is really, really important. So Troy, you do have a mission. Okay. I need you to know this. All right. Especially with these Dallas people and whoever else you work. You got to let them know it is a neutral ground on Crowder. Okay, it is a neutral ground. It's not. We don't do medians in here.
That's right.
Except on I-10. We do medians on I-10.
Yeah, medians on I-10. All
right.
That's because it's an interstate highway.
It's an interstate highway, so we got to abide by the interstate. Language. Okay, isn't it? We make groceries. All right. Tell them don't go to the supermarket. Tell them they got to go make groceries.
Go make groceries.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So as long as they do all that, they won't give themselves away.
No. No. They will eventually, but we'll keep them in check, though, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the most important thing, and I think this is what folks should have confidence in, is that